Hi, everyone. Happy New Year and welcome back to Sips for Change. As always, we're your hosts, Martine and Tammy, here to bring you exciting conversations about making events more planet and people conscious.
Martine, I hope you enjoyed your holiday break.
Oh, yes, I did. I had a wonderful time visiting my family in Strasbourg, a city known for its Christmas market. How about you, Tammy?
I definitely did as well. I usually spend the last couple weeks of December like deep cleaning, watching Christmas movies, reflecting on the year, and then I start planning out my New Year's resolutions.
Oh, I love that. And it's so fitting of today's topic. Hopefully, you haven't made any New Year's resolutions that are too difficult to follow through with.
I guess we shall see, but I do enjoy the challenge.
Well, don't worry. This year will at least help everyone keep one, planning greener and more impactful events. Today, we'll dive into some step by step guidance on how planners can be more intentional and strategic about their event sustainability goals. Whether you're new to this journey or have already started but hit a wall, don't worry. Tammy and I are here to break it all down.
Thanks, Martine. I'd also like to point out that Martine used the word planner, and that's because we believe our tips today can be widely applicable no matter if you're an event planner or a marketer or you're simply an office manager that organizes office functions.
Yep, goal planning is a transferable skill, and we recognize that events come in all shapes and sizes. Just because you're planning an in office event for your staff doesn't mean you can think about it through a sustainability lens.
Absolutely. So let's start with those who are dipping their toes into the newfound world of circularity and sustainable event planning first. It's really about laying a solid foundation. Our pro tip, start with the stakeholder engagement session because every journey starts with a roadmap, and in sustainable event planning, the roadmap begins with the people involved. Get your leadership team involved, get your event operations teams, and maybe even past or future attendees in the room to hash out what sustainability means for your company. It's like throwing a brainstorming party, and the prize is saving the planet. How's that for a door prize?
Definitely a prize I would like to try winning. Like all major prizes, it takes time and practice to acquire. So this might take multiple sessions over a few weeks or even months, depending on how large your organization is and who and or how many people you want to be engaged in these conversations. You want to make sure you start with the following questions. What does sustainability mean for our organization and how should it shape our event planning priorities? What roles and responsibilities should internal champions have to lead these initiatives effectively? And then we have who are the stakeholders who are committed to investing resources like time, budget, personnel into these efforts?
For any organization just getting started, these questions are like your GPS. They help define your vision and your values around sustainable events. They ensure leadership isn't just nodding along and are actively on board and ready to invest resources to make it happen.
Exactly. Then, once you've got a team or working group that's clear on the vision and purpose, it's time to roll up your sleeves and conduct a baseline assessment. And you can do so with using these questions with your team. What data from past events can help us assess our environmental and social impact, such as waste generated, energy usage? What resources, vendor, or calculation tool can we leverage to help us assess our impact? Which areas, such as travel, waste, materials, currently contribute the most to our event's carbon footprint? And how can we effectively collect feedback from attendees and stakeholders to identify overlooked impact areas?
Great questions, Martine. You definitely need to know where you're starting before doing anything else because shooting for sustainability without a starting point is like to try to win a scavenger hunt without the list.
That's a great way to put it, Tammy. So once you've nailed down your baseline, or in this case, have your scavenger hunt list, things will start to click. You'll know where you stand and can begin setting realistic, impactful goals.
And here are some questions to guide your goal setting process. What are short-term sustainability goals that align with your current resources and capabilities, such as waste reduction, sourcing diverse partners or local vendors, and etc.? How can these goals integrate with the broader corporate sustainability strategies? And what criteria will we use to measure the success of these initial goals?
Setting goals is great, but they won't go far if your team isn't equipped to carry them out. That's where training comes into play. It will be smart to simultaneously think about education for your key players, event planners, office managers, or anyone else who can steer these goals in the right direction. For many, this might be a whole new world, so it helps to ask, what foundational sustainability principles are most relevant to our events, such as waste reduction, digital solutions? Then, how can we make training engaging and accessible for all event staff and collaborators? Are there existing success stories or examples we can share to inspire confidence and action?
Very true. The training piece is super important. Think about it like equipping your team with a superhero toolkit. Once your team is trained and ready to go, it's time to move from ideas to action. To get things rolling, ask your team this. What low cost, easily implementable changes, such as digital programs, reusable materials, diverse speaker panels, can we prioritize for our next event? Also ask which local vendors or partners can help us make sustainable choices while supporting our community. Additionally, how can we encourage attendee participation in small sustainability efforts like recycling bins?
Tammy, we've covered a lot so far. Shall we pause to share an example?
Yeah, great idea. So let's say your company has decided on the vision is to for your events to be net zero, and that means your event planners obviously need to adjust their processes. You've received your budget, you have a designated team of people who will now be working on this project with you, and this is going to be part of their daily roles and responsibilities.
Now, with this team, you will discuss the use of a tool or vendor to calculate the carbon footprint of your existing events as your baseline. From there, you can set a goal, like reducing 25% of carbon per year over the span of 4 years to reach net zero.
And once you have that, your team can now organize training for your event planners to educate them on how to adjust their processes to reduce that event's carbon footprint. They will use those skills to help them build action plans for what procedures to change and um, to set advanced progress towards those goals.
I do love this example because after putting all these pieces into place, finally, da-da-da-da-dum, please, you're ready for the final act. Tracking your progress and highlighting your accomplishments. Think of it as the grand final where data takes center stage. To start this process, consider what simple metrics such as waste diverted, energy saved should we track to measure our progress? Then, how will we share results with stakeholders to maintain transparency and build accountability? What lessons from the data can we use to inform and improve future strategies?
And once you reach the final step of metrics and reporting, remember, it's not the end. Make sure you build checkpoints to loop back and evaluate your progress over time, comparing results and fine-tuning as you go. This step can feel long, but good things take time, and it's important not to rush the process. Progress can be incremental over months, maybe even years. And as long as you're seeing progress and you're continuing to adjust and you're improving after each report, that's better than not at all. This is probably where many people get stuck. But don't worry, we also have bonus guidance for you to get unstuck.
Exactly, Tammy. The steps we've covered are super useful for companies at any stage. But if you find yourself stuck, instead of kicking things off with a stakeholder engagement session, it's time for a sustainability audit. Think of it like hitting the reset button and asking yourself the tough questions. For example, which of our current initiatives have been most successful in advancing towards our sustainability goals, and what measurable impacts have they achieved? Where do we see gaps and inefficiencies in our current processes, and what innovative solutions like renewable energy or supplier diversity programs can address them? Also, how can we better integrate sustainability across all facets of event planning?
I love that. By conducting a sustainability audit, you can uncover the missing puzzle pieces and get your event planning back on track to be even more sustainable. And once you're back on track, you can level up. You can really dig into into building stronger partnerships with your vendors and your stakeholders. Take the deep dive into your supply chain and then start prioritizing vendors that align with your company's sustainability goals. It's like upgrading your team to an all-star lineup before sustainability.
Exactly, Tammy. And here's the exciting part, you're not just catching up anymore, you're getting ahead of the game. This is when you can start thinking bigger. You can develop circular designs for your future events, aiming for sustainable, closed loop systems. And while you're at it, start exploring advanced certifications like ISO 21121 or Green Seal. This is your chance to truly become a trailblazer in the sustainability space, setting the bar for others to follow.
Absolutely. And there you have it. Whether you're just getting started or you're looking to fine-tune your sustainability efforts, remember that the journey is all about continuous improvement. The steps that we've covered today will help you build a solid foundation, engage your team, set meaningful goals, and track your progress. And don't forget, the sustainability audit is also a game changer when you're ready to reset and push forward.
Exactly. Sustainability is a marathon, not a sprint. With the right mindset, a bit of creativity, and a solid plan, you'll be making lasting changes in no time. And the best part, you'll be leading the way for others to follow. So take the steps that work for you and keep moving toward a more sustainable future, one event at a time.
Absolutely. We're super excited to see the impact you'll make in this new year. And remember, each day is also a new day. So don't get discouraged with those big audacious goals that you have if you hit some roadblocks. We're here to help you every step of the way.
And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on our sustainability deep dives. Thanks for sipping with us and join us next week for a new episode. Until then, keep making conscious choices one sip at a time.
Bye.